Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Liverpool's January transfer plans have been thrown into fresh uncertainty following setbacks in their pursuit of Mark Guehi, but developments across Europe have opened up new possibilities as Arne Slot assesses his defensive options. While the Reds have so far remained quiet in the winter window, there is a growing sense that groundwork is being laid for a decisive summer, with several high-profile names now under discussion at Anfield. The most immediate frustration for Liverpool supporters has been the likely failure to land Mark Guehi. The Crystal Palace captain had been viewed internally as an ideal addition, offering Premier League experience, leadership, and the composure needed to eventually succeed Virgil van Dijk. However, reports suggest Palace have agreed a deal worth around £27 million with Manchester City, leaving Liverpool unwilling to make a late attempt to hijack the move, despite coming close last summer. With City prepared to offer Guehi a significant financial package and defensive injuries mounting at the Etihad, Liverpool appear content to step back rather than overpay mid-season. Despite being light in numbers at centre-back, Liverpool are not expected to panic. The club's transfer policy under Slot has emphasised control and long-term value, and January additions are typically only made if an opportunity is considered impossible to ignore. Nevertheless, missing out on Guehi has forced Liverpool to reassess their shortlist, and one name rising in prominence is Borussia Dortmund defender Nico Schlotterbeck. Liverpool have been linked with Schlotterbeck previously, and circumstances now appear to be working in their favour. Bayern Munich, long considered the most likely destination for the Germany international, are reported to have cooled their interest, largely due to financial concerns and uncertainty surrounding Dayot Upamecano's contract situation. While Schlotterbeck is said to be open to a move to Bayern in the future, the lack of immediate action from Munich could provide Liverpool with a clear opening. With Guehi seemingly off the table, Schlotterbeck may now be viewed as a more realistic alternative, particularly given his experience at the highest level and his ability to play out from the back. That said, there remains scepticism over whether Liverpool would sanction a major defensive signing this month. If the club was unwilling to meet Palace's demands for Guehi, questions remain over whether they would invest heavily in any centre-back during January. As a result, there is a growing belief that Liverpool may instead wait until the summer, a strategy that carries risks, but also allows for greater choice and financial flexibility. Alongside centre-back discussions, Liverpool have also been linked with teenage right-back Gavairo Red of Feyenoord. The 19-year-old previously worked under Arne Slot in Rotterdam, and reports from Germany suggest both Liverpool and Manchester City could rival Bayern Munich for his signature. Bayern are believed to be targeting a summer move and do not feel pressured to act in January, which could again leave the door open for Liverpool if they decide to accelerate their interest. Elsewhere, the Guehi saga continues to influence Liverpool's wider plans. Although Manchester City appear best placed to sign him now, reports indicate Guehi's personal preference may still be a move to Liverpool in the summer when his contract expires. City's willingness to act immediately is driven by injuries to key defenders, while Liverpool would prefer to wait and potentially sign the England international on a free transfer. Arsenal and several European clubs are also monitoring the situation, ensuring competition will remain fierce. In attack, Liverpool have been linked with RB Leipzig winger Yando Diomande, one of the Bundesliga's standout young performers this season. The 19-year-old has enjoyed an impressive campaign, contributing goals and assists, and has openly spoken of his admiration for Liverpool. However, Leipzig are under no pressure to sell and are reportedly valuing him at a figure that could rise well beyond £85 million. While Liverpool admire the talent, there is doubt over whether such a fee would be justified for a player still early in his development. Midfield speculation has also intensified, with Sandro Tonali emerging once again as a long-term target. According to Fabrizio Romano, Tonali will not leave Newcastle United in January, but the summer could bring movement if elite clubs make formal approaches. Juventus are said to view the Italian as a dream signing, and Tonali himself may be open to a return to Serie A, which could complicate Liverpool's interest. Newcastle, protected by a long-term contract, would demand a huge fee, making any deal a complex one. Liverpool are also monitoring younger midfield options, including a highly rated AZ Alkmaar prospect, valued at around £70 million. Liverpool have shifted their defensive recruitment focus to Tottenham Hotspur's standout centre-back Mickey van Deerven after missing out on Mark Guehi in a move that could define the club's defensive strategy for the coming decade. With Virgil van Dijk entering the later stages of his career and Konaté's future still uncertain, Liverpool are prioritising long-term stability at the heart of the defence. Sources close to Anfield suggest that Van Deerven has been identified as a top target, with the club exploring a potential move during the opening month of the transfer window. The Reds initially aimed to sign Mark Guehi as the cornerstone of their next defensive era. Guehi's Premier League experience, leadership and composure on the ball made him the ideal candidate to succeed Van Dijk, but the deal fell through due to competition, valuation disputes and the player's own preference for another club. Rather than delay their plans, Liverpool quickly pivoted to a clear alternative. Mickey van Deerven, who has impressed in recent seasons at Tottenham, emerged as the preferred candidate to anchor the defence both now and in the future. Van Deerven has developed a reputation as one of the Premier League's most complete defenders. At 23 years old, he combines elite pace, physical strength, tactical intelligence, and excellent ball-playing ability, making him ideally suited to Liverpool's style under head coach Arne Slot. The Dutchman's recovery speed and capacity to cover space are particularly attractive to a team that operates with a high defensive line and relies on pressing aggressively across the pitch. Analysts at Anfield have highlighted his ability to win duels in transition, remain composed under pressure, and contribute effectively to building from the back, qualities that echo Van Dijk's prime years. Slot's involvement in the pursuit has been significant. Sharing the same nationality, Slot has been a keen admirer of Van Deerven's abilities and believes he fits perfectly into his tactical system. Sources indicate that Slot views the defender as capable of eventually taking a leadership role in the backline, while initially partnering Van Dijk to gain experience and ease the transition. The coach values defenders who can progress the ball, maintain positional discipline, and contribute to the team's attacking phases, and Van Deerven embodies all these qualities. While Tottenham are reluctant to sell one of their key players, Liverpool are prepared to test their resolve with a substantial offer. The financial realities of modern football mean that even highly valued players can be persuaded to move if the opportunity is right. From Van Deerven's perspective, the chance to play under Slot, compete for major trophies, and eventually succeed a legend like Van Dijk could be difficult to turn down. Sources suggest the player would consider discussions seriously if the clubs reach a mutually acceptable agreement. The timing of the move is crucial for Liverpool. Acting early in the transfer window would allow Van Deerven to integrate fully into the squad, adapt to Slot's system, and prepare for the upcoming season. It would also provide a safety net in case of injuries or unexpected departures, ensuring continuity at the heart of the defence. The Dutch pairing of Van Dijk